I have failed you.
I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you.
Delicious hot schmoes.
This is a stupid video. Now, for the two of you who clicked on this video, waiting for me to answer the question of, was it worth even playing Halo Combat Evolved? I have played very, very few story-driven, mainly single-player games. There's many reasons to that, but a big reason for that is actually the reason for this video. I have failed you. And by that, I just mean that there wasn't really a movie that I wanted to go see. I know that's like kind of the whole reason you guys come back here is to see me review movies. But today I actually wanted to talk about something else that is near and dear to my heart. That, you know, is a form of storytelling in many ways, but is, you know, as you can see from the title, video games.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Now, some of you have been gracious enough to stop in while I've been streaming my Arc Raiders or my Apex, or if you were here last week, you got to see me experience Halo for the very first time. And that experience is why I want to make the video today, is because I have played very, very few story-driven, mainly single-player games. There's many reasons to that. But a big reason for that is actually the reason for this video. If you haven't played video games, there are really like two main avenues of video gaming that you can get into. Usually, this is set before you nowadays when you're a child, what you have access to, what kind of things do you get to participate in when you're young and impressionable. And then, you know, you might grow and expand whatever it is that you decide to do, whatever you want to do as you get older. But these two avenues mainly focus on how and who you play video games with. And Halo is a great example of this. I grew up in a house where we didn't really play a lot of video games. We did have access to a few smaller games, but a big thing that we did not have was a console. We didn't have a Wii. We didn't have an Xbox or a PlayStation or anything like that. So as a younger, you know, impressionable adolescent, I did not have the opportunity to partake in some of these games like Halo that a lot of my, you know, friends were able to participate in. And so instead, what I grew up playing were things like Minecraft and Lego Star Wars and Need for Speed Undercover. Great game, by the way. And you might look at those games if you're a gamer and say, oh, those are lots of fun to play. And you have the ability to play with other people, except for Need for Speed Undercover. It's technically a single-player game. But the way we always played growing up was together. Whenever I was playing Minecraft, I had somebody sitting right next to me watching me play Minecraft, or occasionally we had, you know, there were a couple times in my life where we had more than one computer and we could both play Minecraft on a server. Lego Star Wars has the greatest feature built in, local co-op. And to extend our time of play, we would oftentimes play with a sibling. So that way we could use their allotted time to play Lego Star Wars, and then my allotted time to play Lego Star Wars, but do it together. So we got to play twice as long. So growing up, all of the gaming that I really did was more of a social aspect. The few times that I would get to play a different game was still a social aspect. I remember going to a cousin's house to play games. Well, I wasn't there to play games, but we ended up playing games. And the games we would play are things like Battlefront 2 on the Xbox Live, which we played online, but local co-op. So we were playing together. So gaming has always been a social thing for me. And so the thing that the side of gaming that I never really have gotten into and don't really enjoy is single player story driven games like Halo or like any Souls-like, Skyrim, Assassin's Creed, Jedi Fallen Order. It's this side of gaming that I have very, very little experience in because the little experience I have had, I haven't enjoyed. At least not to the extent that I've enjoyed playing multiplayer games, like what I do now with things like Arc Raiders and Apex Legends and still Minecraft, that are at the core, the reason I play them is for the social aspect. Marvel Rivals, the finals, Overwatch. I mean, we've been playing tons of games. We played new games recently, like Mecha Chameleon and Impulse. And then there's smaller party games like Overcooked 2. You know, like these smaller games that, or not even a smaller game, but Age of Empires. These are all games that I've played specifically for one core aspect. I love playing with friends. I love playing with other people. Whether, like, Apex Legends, I play that game technically by myself all the time. But I'm playing with other people that either uplift my gameplay or, you know, sometimes make my gameplay not worth crap. But I do it because I love that social aspect. And so when I played Halo for the first time, the reason I was willing to play Halo Combat Evolved, which I'll tell you more about in a little bit, but the reason I was willing to pick up this game is because it had online multiplayer co-op story. I have never touched a story-driven Halo game in my life. So picking this up with Swankley and Starchy was kind of like another dip into my toes to see if this genre of game is something that I might like. Because in the past, the only games that I have played a story-driven mode for, I believe there are 3 of them. No, Need for Speed Undercover doesn't count here because I actually never played that for the story. Me and my siblings would just sit around and see who could evade the cops the most. That's why it's a good game. But there are only 3 story-driven games that I have actually successfully played through. The first one that I want to talk about, not really talk about, but just mention, is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is, like, a good game. It's not the best single-player, it's not even a Souls-like, but Souls-inspired video game. It's beautiful. The story is alright. The characters I love. Cal Kestis is like one of the best Star Wars characters to have ever been created. He's awesome. And BD-1, his sidekick droid, is my favorite droid in Star Wars. So I've played that game. I played the campaign for Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017? Yeah, 2017. That campaign isn't very good. I'll just say that straight up. But I played it because I already owned the game to play the multiplayer. So I was like, well, I might as well get my money's worth and play that. And it was fine. And then I've played the multiplayer of that game so much. And I love that game to death. Because some of my best memories are centered around that video game. And then the third one that I've played that I played mostly out of obligation, but I'm glad I played it because cultural relevance, is the campaign for Titanfall 2, which is one of, at least from what I know, the best campaigns to have ever been set to the screen, and it was fun. It was very enjoyable. But as I was playing Halo Campaign Evolved, I was reminded of the biggest thing that I don't love about these single-player, story-driven, video games. And that is, when you're playing a story-driven game, especially if it's single-player, for me, it's hard for me to not notice the things that push you in the direction of the story to accomplish a certain thing. And it takes the thing that I love the most about multiplayer experiences out of the video game. Now, I know this isn't true about every single player video game out there, because there's tons of sandboxes and ways to play video games now that make them a lot less like rigid, like you go here, you do this, you go here and you do this. And I also know that the remastered remake of Halo Combat Evolved loves to hold your hand, whether you're on legendary version or just easy mode. But I felt like I had no control over my experience or my story while I played the game. I don't know why this is the case. I don't know exactly why I feel this way. But I do know that I do. I do know that as I play these games that are these beautiful stories that have great characters and are iconic in their own right, or, as I don't play them, because I don't play single player games, the one experience that I go to play a video game for doesn't exist in the way that I want it to. Yes, I got to play it with my friends, and that aspect by itself was awesome. I love playing games with my friends, regardless of the game. But the thing that I lost was that ability to feel like I could do whatever I wanted. Not only do whatever I wanted, but feel like what I was doing and how I was doing it really mattered. That's why I love Apex Legends. Now, people are going to be like, whoa, you love a game that simply exists to extract money out of your life. And yes, it does. And it has. Open some Apex packs. Is that okay? Are you willing to watch you willing to watch me open gambling packs? But the reason I love it is because it is such a nice, competitive, shooter. I feel like every ounce of effort I put into that game matters till I get a win. And that's why I love that game. That's also why I really like Arc Raiders, is it feels like the experiences that I'm able to have when I'm either playing solo or with my friends, I can go in and create moments with other people. Do you have one of those for me? Do you have one of those for me?
All right, GG's, bro.
Dude, why were there just two dark black?
Do you have one of those for me? You're the best. Let's go.
Why is there another team? Why is there just another team?
You got this.
Oh, no, I didn't know where he was. That's my me. I apologize. I shouldn't have let you defib me. That's my bad, guys. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so sorry, friends.
That guy's funny.
Trevor, get it up.
I'm so sorry.
Red Sheep 1112. Alright, okay. I'm gonna.
That's why I love the open mic in that game. Is you can go in and you've seen us. We play. We just run in there and just yell at people, just nonsense because it's funny. It's so much fun. And that's something that not every game gets. I play Marathon every now and then, which should, at its core, have the same ability to do what Arc Raiders does. It has the same voice chat features. It has the same, run and gun extraction shooter, I guess, environmental, what that called? I guess PvE and PvP, but nobody in Marathon takes it as unseriously as people in Arc Raiders. Playing something like Overwatch, which I don't really like Overwatch, but I love playing with my friends because I can go in and I can try new things and they can be there to support me when I fail. This is a stupid video. I know, nobody really cares what I think of video games, but I play them and I love them. And I think that of all the ways to socialize in my life, it's definitely not the healthiest one. Obviously, I'd love to be with my friends, hanging out, doing something. But something that all of my friends have in common is that most of us don't live next to each other. So these games allow us to have that social interaction and grow our relationships, or at least keep them, and enjoy spending time with each other. My friend Gur. I've never met Gur in my life. I think I've seen a picture of Gur from 20 years ago. I don't actually know how long ago that picture was taken. But I've only seen one picture of her ever in my life. But Gur is such a fun friend to hang out with, and I wouldn't know Gur if it weren't for Woof, who I've met once in my life, who I met through video gaming through another friend. So it's just, I think video games is such a beautiful space to socialize, and that's my favorite part of it. Now, for the two of you who clicked on this video waiting for me to answer the question of, was it worth even playing Halo Combat Evolved? Is it a good game? Should you buy it? Should you play it? I don't know if I trust it. Our pilot's a woman. See what I was saying?
Oh no. No, our dudes are dying.
I'll tell you this. It was worth playing. But now that I've played the whole game on Legendary mode with my friends, I'll tell you this. I don't think it was worth the $50 I spent on it. And I don't think I'm going to play it again. I mean, I might pick it up if my friends are like, oh, I really want to play this game with you. I might. But at the end of the day, I played it. It's over. The game is done. I might play the other Halos if my friends want to play it together. I'll have to buy them. But I'm just making this video because I wanted to tell you that. Halo Combat Evolved was worth playing because I was playing with my friends. Not because it's a Halo game. It was... Video games in general are worth spending time on and effort getting good at so I can have fun with my friends. And I want to invite you, as a viewer, who so graciously has clicked on this video. I love you for it. I'm so grateful for you. I would invite you to be a friend and play video games with your friends, with your family, whoever it is. Play video games. Plus, it's better than Tombstone. It was a terrible movie, by the way. We'll get back to movie stuff later. There's more things coming out. I've actually got a TV show I just finished that I'm going to get some thoughts together and try to put together a video for in the middle of the week, so you're not completely out for a movie or TV show content. But this is the video I wanted to make today. Not because it'll do well on the algorithm. It might. Probably won't. But because I wanted to make it. I wanted to tell you that I love video games with my friends. Halo Combat Evolved was fine, but it was with my friends. Okay. Bonus part of the video for you here. I'm so excited. Well, not excited. I had so much fun the other night. We all went to Swank's house. We had a great time. There were I think there were 6 of us, maybe 7 of us. We were there for a LAN party, and we played a new game. We're going to play some more of it, called The Big Walk. We only played a little bit because some people had to go home. But oh my gosh, being together in the room, all staring at our own individual displays, playing the same game at the same time with each other, was just so much fun. So I'm just going to say this one more time. Go play video games. It's good for you.
Delicious hot schmoes.